talk into this so everyone can hear me. So if I get hype, you have to take your headset off.
Oh. I should just not cast. I should head out.
Well, goodbye.
Is it better like this, or do you like it lower?
You sound good to me either way.
Thanks, man.
Probably don't want to
Do I
cover up your
sound
beautiful
like-
face.
Do you think that if you just heard my voice that you would be, like, aroused?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But I'm speaking from personal experience.
Voice is everything.
Yeah.
Of course.
Especially in this line of work.
I hope we're being recorded. I hope we're on the fucking blooper reel.
This is the chit chat they're going to.
See, the issue
put
is
it
that
later.
I know that there's gonna be a point, right, where we both make a gym face, but we're not gonna be on camera.
Right, me.
So we have to immediately stop doing the gym face.
Dude, my whole life is a gym face.
I was hoping I would have my own personal camera, so I could just look at
Yeah.
and be like, do the face. I guess Jameson
There we
is
go.
my official camera.
That's what we're gonna do. Whenever something just goes terribly and it's just bad, just make the gym face over there.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm worried this is too far away from my mouth and my words are getting cut off.
They are. They were just now. If you were worried about
Yeah,
it just now,
because I
They
can
were.
hear it.
Yeah, I guess we have to be like right up in there.
I think so.
Wait, should I do the gym face? Okay, hold on.
We should both do the gym face.
Should we? Okay. One more? All right, hold on. We got to look back
Oh,
and
yeah,
then, all right, 3, 2, 1. We wore the same socks today.
Yeah, that's right. We have
literally
matching
the
socks.
exact same pair of socks.
This is kismet. This was destiny.
We were probably going to pick each other to begin with.
Yeah,
and
right.
then we get randomized into each other after we were already randomized into another person.
Yeah, as far as the randomization went, really,
We ended up on top.
I couldn't have gone
think.
wrong. Yeah.
I think, yeah, we did well.
Well, I thought Gabriella was going to be a really good partner, and then I got switched into
And
you.
she wasn't. And she was horrible. She was terrible. I don't know how she got on the show. Like,
Just talking
she's
about
so,
shit as you can.
she's so nice. I don't know why I'm like making fun of her. She's like actually so kind.
He really is.
Oh my god, we're gonna start the cast just laughing, and it's just gonna be, just shut up.
Well, I remember I was watching the So You Think You Can Cast from like 2014.
I'm gonna stand like this.
Just how weird can you make your body?
I think my weird pose whenever I did the green screen, I did like a behind the back, like I was like happy to be
Well, this is like
alive.
a little teapot thing going on.
What I was like
right
really
now.
hoping for is that I would get a prop, and they wouldn't tell me what the prop is.
That'd be a great thing.
But
Well,
the prop was a Bible. No,
I was hoping we had to work in like one song line.
Do
You had to work in like Here Comes
would
the
you
Sun or
prefer to
something.
sit and cast, or would you prefer to stand? Because there were chairs here.
Always sit, but it looks. I mean, but they stand, so you know. I'm gonna,
Well, they stand now,
right.
but I don't know if we're doing now.
I feel like you got to practice like you play.
I feel like we're on Twitch now. I definitely feel like Twitch chat is watching us now. I don't
know.
think that they are.
I can like feel the vitriol.
I'm Jewish, so like if Twitch chat knows if Twitch chat knows that now, and that's like really uncharted territory for this channel.
I don't know if I've seen Twitch go full anti-Semitic yet.
Oh man, off of Twitch maybe they dislike me so bad that they become anti-Semitic online. Hey everybody, RohnJobert here. Welcome to another.
I'm unexceptional, and he's Jewish.
I stand like this for like 45 minutes. You guys are like, you have to cast. And I came on the show to be on camera once,
That's the goal.
and I'm done.
Walking out after this. Walking home.
The other guys can hear us just by proxy. They know what we're casting now, I think.
Oh boy. Well, what are we casting? You being Jewish?
We're casting my bar mitzvah, which is crazy that they have a home video of my bar mitzvah, and we can actually roll that right now.
I'm impressed you're brave enough to.
We could
That's some good
actually
camera
we could
timing.
actually roll that bar mitzvah where I fall off of the chair, and I'm replaced by a clone.
Oh, an even more
I don't want to
Jewish
stand on the
clone.
courts. Is it a big deal if I stand on the courts?
Probably.
I don't.
I mean, it can't
know
be
I
good,
don't
right?
want to, right?
You got to hitch T-Dog.
I'm gonna unplug something.
I don't know.
You guys know that, right?
feel-
I kept the mustache because every YouTube comment was about how bad the mustache was.
I'm worried I'm just going to trip. Like, I'm not moving, but I
I-
feel it. I'm on camera, and I feel like I'm going to trip.
I feel like if I sit down, I'm gonna break a chair. I weigh like 135 pounds at max, like
Soaking wet.
soaking wet. I'm right now. This jacket weighs 90 pounds, which not many people know that this jacket is just lead.
Well, it's
made
weighted
of lead.
to make you human weight.
No, yeah.
Keeps you
I'm
on the
I am
ground.
severely underweight. I weigh without the jacket 4.
Well, it's there so you don't get blown away
The
by any
number 4.
breeze.
I weigh the number 4.
Not pounds, no unit of measurement. He just weighs 4.
I stand on the scale, and my doctor said, he goes, and then he gets me off. He goes 4.
It's
And
just 4.
That's
all right?
it.
You just
I don't
need
want
to.
that anymore.
You don't need to worry about it. You're 4. It's
we're
4.
the first contestants that's talkative. Please
Yeah.
respond.
Yeah. Can somebody be in my ear and be like, "Hey, this is what everyone did."
Everybody's like, you're being the worst self. You're being your worst self.
This is the most embarrassing thing that they've ever witnessed. I'm pretty sure. Although also
How
the
still can you,
handsomest.
how still can you stand?
Not very still.
I feel like I'm shaking, like a chihuahua. I'm shaking like a freezing cold greyhound.
Oh, they always look so cold. I can feel it in my knees. I'm just not good at standing still.
This is like when I stand in the subway in New York. Someone can push me off.
Let's see. Here's how
Someone
I learned
can
to
push
stand
me off at any
standing in
point.
Chicago is that you don't really want to make eye contact. So you look about 45 degrees down. You make this face.
Are you walking fast too, or are you just standing somewhere?
I'm like on the train here.
Okay.
Although I do it when I'm walking fast, about 45 degrees down, called the city walk. Scowl real hard. Like,
Well, that's to get people to leave you alone.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's to get people to believe that you are going somewhere important and you can't be stopped.
well, it's just that I'm already mad at you and I already hate you. So like, why would you want
it's
to
like,
ruin
why-
our relationship
why even,
further?
Why even waste your time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't stand you.
Oh my.
No,
God.
we are.
I'm in hell.
It's.
I am in hell right now.
This is the worst
This is
day
torture.
of
His
my
voice
life.
is in my brain.
And I had a bar mitzvah. They actually have footage of my bar mitzvah if you wanted. We keep rolling. It's like garbage B-roll. It's me falling off a chair, and then the Cloverfield trailer plays for like no reason.
Just all shaky cam.
No,
People
it's
get nauseous.
all shaky cam. People get nauseous. TJ Miller is there. He was in Cloverfield. Do you remember that? TJ Miller was in Cloverfield.
Here's what I remember about Cloverfield. I watched a pirated version.
Right.
So it was pretty blurry already. And then it was all shaky.
That's the problem, Patrick. There are no pirates in that movie.
And so I spent about 90% of that movie going, what am I watching?
What is the worst? Was that the worst pirated video you've ever?
No,
pirated?
the worst pirated video I ever saw was Shrek 3.
Oh.
Because half of it was
Wait, where's my
randomly
gym cam?
in Spanish, and it would alternate. It would alternate from English to Spanish just randomly.
Well, that's Puss in Boots. That's the character.
Yeah. Here, hold on.
Are you talking about the cat? You're the cat, the cat with the sword. Please respond.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Can I talk? Excuse me.
You should do that in the middle of the cast. Be like, you're really talking over me, and then you're just gonna be like, you're like the substitute teacher who nobody respects.
And
And
just
they're
coming.
like,
I'm just slouching. And
I'll wait.
yeah, it's fine.
I'm doing really long analysis, and you're like, I'll wait.
No, I got all the time in the world. It's fine.
No, you're gonna fucking talk. Like you're just gonna sit there and you're gonna
Wow,
rant. Like
that was really good analysis for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I entertain myself.
Yep. I'm my own best friend.
Can we not sit?
Also, I spend most days talking to dogs.
Take half a step to your left.
To my left?
To your right, to your right. Perfect. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Are we good on your end?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could hear everything we were saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to start off?
Sure.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everybody. I'm Unexceptional, and this is RohnJobert's.
This is RohnJobert here.
Welcome to Smite. We have Obey versus Dignitas to start it off.
What do you think whenever you look at this team comp? Because I don't know if this is necessarily something that is early or late.
Well, when it comes to Obey, I love Pretty Prime on this late game Thoth. Thoth late game with his passive, building those penetration stacks is always killer. What you have to worry about is the Osiris and the Raven. Both of those gods, huge early game impacts, but they tend to fall off later in the game. So they're going to want to find a lead early and make it count.
And Maniac actually goes to mid to get that gank. With this team comp, I'm seeing that Trixtank and Arkle have this early pressure, and they know that, which is why Ataraxia and Emilzy go straight to their red from their purple. They could not do their purple because they were poked out by Arkle.
When it comes to this matchup, I am always a fan of Rom. Rom, I think, brings pressure early. He brings pressure late, mid, and late game, he just kills everybody.
He's genuinely good in every stage of the game, which is a rarity, honestly.
Yeah. Although you can never count out the Kernunos. Early game, he has good clear with that Bramble Blast, and late game, in those big team fights, when it all gets claustrophobic in the corridors, you cannot avoid his ultimate.
His ultimate turning you into the little piggies. You have no choice at that point. You have to let that happen to you. Sometimes you ask for it if you're in those tight corridors. Kernunos also has that super strong passive, and right now is actually completely caught out. He doesn't have his dash.
Oh, wildly out of position. He gets down to almost no health, but a big meditation coming through. Here comes a taunt. Trixtank is not out of the woods yet, but it looks like they're both going to get away with little health.
Ataraxia needed those astral arrows to kind of play through and try to kill Trixtank behind Arkle, but I guess the body blacks were just okay.
I think they were. Cuvo Fred making sure that his big man variety is going to get pressure in this lane, and I love this call. Bracken is really strong early, but he is mana hungry. He needs to invade this mana. He needs to always have the buff.
There are a couple characters where if you don't get your blue, you honestly lose.
Yep.
You lose so much early pressure. Tyr is another one. That's kind of a character where if your jungler can just camp solo and get that blue for you over and over, you genuinely have no issues in lane and you just get a free win.
Absolutely. I am a big solo Cabrakan fan. His clear is great. His defense is great.
His level 1 is insane.
I think he has the best level 1 in the game. He brings defense to his creeps while he can also clear an entire wave on his own. But it is mana hungry.
With just one ability, you can clear the entire wave.
Exactly.
And the issue with that is the other team comp is a little bit slow.
It's a little bit slow.
It's a little bit slow. The Kronos in the mid, especially right now by himself, it's a bit much.
Kronos is one of those gods that you are going to want to make sure he stays safe this entire game, and I'm not sure that Nemesis is the assassin to do it, or that Amaterasu is the support to do it. Neither of them have particularly hard clear. Hold on, we have a fight going on. The Tremors are coming out, dealing a lot of damage. Here comes Kronos, rotating over.
He's completely caught out. He didn't have his immunity.
Raven for the first blood, just blown up on a bad rotation from him and a great rotation from Team Dignitas.
Obey knew that he used his immunity early to get away from that stop time, but he went back in because he thought he was a tanky monster, but he honestly died.
I get it. Early game. Oh, we got some pigs happening. Arkle putting on a lot of pressure, but Ataraxia going to get away with a good roll. Going back to that fight earlier, just a second ago. Early game when you're Raven, I get it. You feel invincible.
Yeah, because you start out, you're Raven. You heal, and you do a lot of slow damage, and you're just constantly on the other team. You're basically Wing at all times.
Yep. All you want to do is you want to hit him with those basics. You want to hit him with the Prawn Onslaught over and over again. And you're tough. You're so tough early. So you think you can make that rotation, but Team Dignitas with the big rotation of themselves to counter it and to get the kill, there's only so much that overhead kick can avoid.
Especially whenever you're not, if it depends on personal preference, but if you're not starting on that Vanguard and solo or not getting it third, especially whenever you're a Raven, you aren't as tanky as you think you are. So it's kind of an issue of knowing your place in the jungle, especially like we saw, he used his immunity and didn't get away from it. He didn't use the immunity to get away. He actually came back in and died for it.
I agree. Maniac with the pressure in the solo lane right now, which is to be expected.
Variety's in trouble.
Oh, Variety's about to
with
go down.
With that Athena ult, he is dead.
There comes Athena, Emilzy crushing.
The Athena ult just does so much damage early game. People don't realize that.
It hits like a Mack truck. Zeros has to use his ultimate to get out of a bad place. A lot of ultimates coming down. There goes Raven. There goes Amaterasu dealing a lot of damage. His immunity is not up, but there comes the Prawn Onslaught. He gets hit by the stop time, and he goes down to Cuvo Fred. Arkle picking up Ataraxia as well.
This is actually so good for Dignitas because their team comp, as we said, is so late game focused. So if you can win these early fights, which they're doing, I mean, they have about a 700 gold lead right now. They're winning just based on, I don't know, CC, just making sure that the other team's abilities are down and they can kind of win for free.
Right now, Team Dignitas just has the better communication. Emilzy way out of position.
Emilzy just, he thought he could clear the lane, but it turns out he couldn't. He lied to himself, and that is very common.
The thing about Thoth is that he brings a lot of unexpected damage early.
Right.
He is a late game god, but you cannot sleep on his hieroglyphic assault.
He has the early game. Gold Fury actually started up
Oh,
here.
here
He
comes
has
the Gold Fury attempt. Between the Kronos and the and Kernunos, they're going to have no problem doing a lot of damage. They get it for absolutely free. Obey didn't realize what was happening until it was way too late.
And the Oracle Vision was not there. No team had the Oracle Vision, so they can honestly do that, especially if they have that. I guess they have the lead right now. And
Variety in trouble
again.
He's got the tethers on him. He breaks them. That was a great stun to save his life.
Yeah, he knew that he had that. He was fine.
Team Dignitas making their own rotation. The Tremor's doing a lot of damage and making sure that it's hard for Maniac to get away, but he will on that tanky Osiris early.
I think the issue is that they knew that they had to run, and then now Dignitas is kind of losing farm. They're just rotating, looking for picks, and they're definitely losing out on a bit of XP.
What do you think about this Osiris build so far? I think I like the Mark of the Vanguard as Captain Twig takes out Cuvo Fred in mid.
Cuvo Fred, he didn't have his beads, and they know those cooldowns, so he gets taunted and honestly dies, especially with that early game Thoth damage, which you mentioned earlier.
I am a big fan of Athena. I think Athena is criminally underplayed.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think her taunt throughout the game, especially at the higher levels when it gets up to about 2 seconds, that it is one of the greatest beads burners in the game.
Exactly. And if you know that they don't have beads, it's there. What can you do?
Exactly. It's not just a stun, it's a displacement. You're forcing someone to move towards you. Variety in a lot of trouble, eating autos forever. Here comes another big Athena
with Osiris Athena ult. He might
Lord of the Afterlife, he takes the damage, and Emilzy picks up a second kill onto Variety.
Maniac is definitely calling this out to Emilzy. He's saying, this guy, I'm destroying him. I just teleport, just use your ultimate, and it's fine. I'm gonna solo him.
He says, I already have him down to half health. He can't hide under the tower for long, and I can.
Pretty Prime gets out for free there.
He just walked away. There was no CC there. Here comes a big ultimate. Burns the beads on Pretty Prime, but there's no follow-up.
They're chasing very hard, but they know that Thoth can stay in they can stay in this fight because he has that long-range damage, and he hits a huge final judgment.
Here come the astral arrows from above. 1 hit, 2 hit. Can he get the third? He can't. He misses the third hit. Big meditation, and Obey is ready to counter-engage.
Even if he hits that third snipe, I'm pretty confident he doesn't get that kill, but it's such good poke damage that he can't go back to lane for free, which he's doing. He still has potions. He has a chalice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, they're doing the oracles. They pretty much do not want to lose this Gold Fury. I guess they can do it for free because they don't have the oracle vision.
Team Dignitas looks like, they're just going to burst it down. Here's Emilzy. Can he peel them off of it in time? We have a teleport coming in. Team Dignitas takes the Gold Fury, and there comes through another Thoth ult.
Emilzy tried to steal it. He tried to reach past it, presumably. He's caught out. Right now, a huge fight going on, though.
I like the attempt from Emilzy, but it was just not enough at this point. He knew he was throwing his life away, but now Maniac goes down. He was out of position, and he just took so much damage. Osiris is tanky, but no one can take hits forever.
Maniac has that kind of mentality right now where he says, I have my boots, I have my Vanguard, I have my Mystical. I'm completely fine right now. But he dies because of that hard CC.
Now at this point, he has the Gauntlet of Thebes and the Sovereignty, so he's looking to protect his own team more than himself, which I agree with. Athena is a naturally tanky character. She can take a lot of hits just as she levels up throughout the game, so I'm always a fan of the support protecting the squishies just by being around them.
Yeah, you definitely want to build a team comp around protecting your hyper carry. Even if you don't have a hyper carry, you want to get a character through late game that can shine in late game, like Thoth.
Well, in this case, the other team has the Chrono, so I want to see Trix Tank definitely build into some team-wide protections, because Kronos, he does have a great ultimate, but it's a long cooldown.
Yeah, it's a long cooldown, but the issue is that they're not killing any of their hyper carries. Krabraken has died twice, Nemesis has only died once, but those are late-game characters that you need to you need to make sure that they're not snowballing at any point. You kind of need to babysit them on the opposite side and make sure that they're not getting way too far ahead to even be manageable.
I want to speak to this Nemesis pick real fast. I love it. Going into a double warrior comp with a Guardian, I think shredding those protections and stealing them is exactly what you want to do late game, and it's going to turn some team fights.
I genuinely don't think that there's a better pick against locking in Osiris and Ravana and an Athena than Nemesis. I don't think that, even maybe if you pick a Susano and he has that super easy CC, but the Nemesis with those protection shreds and the steal, it's not even close.
While we were talking about Nemesis, Team Dignitas takes down another Gold Fury for absolutely free. Obey, just not there. They're down 6,000 gold at 23 minutes, coming on 24.
They're not stopping the snowball at all, which is the entire point of this team comp, to get through early game, not fight. This is the European strat. Farm up, be able to fight as soon as you can, but you don't want to force anything. They're definitely losing to the snowball comp.
Absolutely. Obey seems to be flirting with the Portal Demon, and I'm not sure they should take this fight.
They probably shouldn't because they don't need to. At this point, you need to make sure that they're not getting ahead everywhere else. I think doing this Portal Demon is kind of just doing something that's on the map. Maybe they need to get a better look at what's going on in the other lanes.
I think they're trying to push the Portal Demon to make sure that Team Dignitas can't just take the Fire Giant for free in a couple of minutes. If they have that portal open, then the Fire Giant is much harder to take.
It looks more to me like Dig is honestly trying to just bait them into a fight that they know that they'll win.
I think you're right. When you have a level 20 Kurnanos going against an 18 Rom, it's only 2 levels, but that's a big difference at this point in the game, especially considering how far each of them are in their builds.
And they can't 1v1 on the outskirts because Kurnanos has the Ikval and the Titans. It's really not even going to be a close 1v1.
Yeah, there's a ton of penetration there. Here comes the Cabrakanel. He's trying to chase down Robin. Robin's going to get out no problem.
That's a perfectly fine zoning ult at this point.
Absolutely. Robin again getting hit with the refract shield. Oh, Nemesis is going hard on him. He jumps away, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He has almost no health, but here comes Athena to save the day. There goes the Nemesis ult, and that's going to deal a lot of damage. Here comes the Dazzling Offense. So many meditations.
At this point, I think Dig knows that if they fight as 5, they can kill literally any member of the other, and Maniac falls there.
There goes Osiris.
Not even close right now.
That fight was so one-sided. So many meditations got popped to keep him alive, and it wasn't enough. It can't be enough against the Nemesis at this point in the game.
And if you notice, Zeros at that point didn't use his rewind. They didn't get to him enough to even find it necessary.
If you're engaging on a Chronos and you can't force his ultimate, you're losing that
and he's probably striking from such long range that you can't even see him at that point.
One of the scariest things in Smite is a late-game Chronos who's allowed to free cast. Those basic attacks do so much damage, not to mention the CC he brings.
Especially Zeros, who loves Chronos. He loves hunters in general. He loves just kind of hard carry characters, which he can do completely.
And there goes another Gold Fury for free. Between the Chronos and the Kurnanos, there is almost nothing Obey can do to react in time. Unless they're already there, that Gold Fury is going to go down so fast, you don't have time to respond.
Honestly, the only thing that Obey can do right now is hope for a huge Thoth ultimate, especially because Thoth has to play back because he's so far behind. He has to play back, and he has to hit a huge Final Judgment off of a taunt, presumably.
Exactly. Obey down almost 10,000 gold, and we're starting to get to the...
There's some poke right there.
There's some good poke and a good taunt.
Good pick attempt, but the team is around him.
Yeah, there's no follow-up. Oh, here comes the Osiris ult, and Ataraxia picks up Cubo Fred from a distance. Maniac goes down for his aggression. Robin caught in a really bad place. Captain Twig gets taken out. There's a stun. Burn the beads in a great peeling taunt. Ataraxia turns around and starts fighting back into it.
See, Thoth staying far behind, he can get that long-range damage off. He almost killed Arkle, but, I mean, he doesn't have the damage right now.
Yeah, he's just not far enough in his build. He's swinging with that fully stacked Doomore, but he needs more team support. He needs more CC. That Thoth ult is hard to hit, and if you can't lock someone down, it is far from guaranteed.
Thoth cannot do it himself. That is not something that Thoth can say, okay, well, I guess everybody on my team is feeding. I'm going to hard carry this game. That is not a Thoth characteristic.
He is a team comp god. For sure.
You definitely need somebody to protect him. Even though he's slippery with that hieroglyph in his dash, it's so long range, he can really be caught out, especially if you have like a hard CC or a cripple or something.
Oh, down goes the Fire Giant and the Portal Demon at 33.5 minutes. Team Dignitas on a roll, up 13,000 gold. And at this point, it's not so much about Obey playing perfectly. It's about Team Dignitas making big mistakes.
It's about Dignitas knowing that the only way that they can lose this game is if some kind of cheese happens, if maybe a split push, a backdoor. Dignitas is fighting as 5. Obey's being caught out not as 5, and even if you have a 4v5 and you hit every single button, you're not going to win the fight for free.
Yeah. Look at Robin all out on his own. I'm worried he's going to get picked off. There's no one from Dig near him, but this is the kind of gameplay that has led to where we are now. Robin's on his own. Dig is a team of 5. If they find him there, if they're on the right side, that Robin's dead for free.
That's the issue with playing a tank, I would imagine, in the jungle. You can say, well, I'm playing a tank, so I just cannot die. It's just kind of a mentality thing.
But that's not true, is it?
It's not even close.
In the jungle, if you're going to go adventuring out on your own at this point in the game, you'd better be mobile.
Look at Robin's build. He has Jotun's Wrath. He has all pen. He has Titan's Bane, Wingblade. He's not building like a solo laner. He can't W at you permanently. Like, pretty much, whenever you play a Raven and he's completely tanking, he's level 20, it's late game, he can run at you, and he basically adopts you. You become his son.
Yeah, you can keep hitting that Prana Onslaught with such a short cooldown, hold people in place, maybe build a Frostbound Hammer, and you stick to him, and it is so hard to get him off your back line. But in this case, he has a little more health and a lot of pen, but his damage doesn't scale like some Assassins does.
It is not at all. And the issue with diving Dignitas is that their team comp is so good at self-peel.
Exactly. You dive zeros, he ults out. We have a big fight of the Phoenix breaking out. I hear the Thoth ult charging and uncharging.
It's just a threat at this point. He says, I still have this.
Pretty Prime just letting them know that they can't get this for free yet. But
it
Fire
looks like
Giant
they're going
sustain.
to get it for free.
Fire Giant Sustain is so strong.
Thoth
Here it goes.
No damage.
Oh,
that did absolutely no damage.
Nothing.
Thoth is
Mealsy goes down. Cuvo Fred picks up a kill. Cuvo Fred picks up a double when he gets Ataraxia as well. Phoenix pelting away. Maniac taking a ton of damage, and down he goes to zeros.
The fact that Emilzy dies with his ultimate, I know that Ataraxia also died with his ultimate, but Emilzy dying with that ultimate, that could save any of his teammates, especially at this stage in the game. That's you cannot have that happen.
Look at the damage the autos are doing to Pretty Prime. That's it. GG, Team Dignitas.